Using fillets, you can add rounded corners, and using chamfer, you can add straight lines. So this is what we are going to learn now, adding chamfers. So the chamfer tool is right underneath the fillet one. So on the fillet panel, if you click this arrow, it will show you the chamfer tool. Select it. And now we have several of these chamfer types. The first one is chamfer with angle and distance value. Second is chamfer with distance and distance. Third one is the vertex chamfer. Fourth one is distance value but with respect to offset face. And last one is the distance of the chamfer. So let's start with the first one. Now in this case, I'll just orbit my drawing here and maybe I'll just select, well, this edge. All right. That's selected, and now we have angle and distance selected. So with these two parameters selected, what do we have here? We have the distance of 10 and angle of 45 degrees, which this chamfer is right now making. All right, now let's change some of the parameters, and maybe here I'll change the first parameter as 15, and that's the angle. So I'll make an angle of 15 degree here, and as you can see, now with respect to this purple direction, this chamfer is making a small 15 degree angle. Right here, this purple line and this chamfer line, they're making a 15 degree angle. And the length of this chamfer is obviously 10 mm. So if you want to just increase this, maybe make it 12. And now this distance, once again along the purple line, is 12 unit. Now, if you want to make chamfer of equal distances, you can either use a 45 degree angle here or change to the second chamfer, which is distance. Now we have a chamfer of length 12 here and also 12 here. All right, so that's the equidistant chamfer. Now in this case also, if you want chamfer of unequal length, then even after selecting distance, you can go to chamfer parameter and select asymmetric. And now you have two options. One is 12, another is 10. Maybe I'll just make it 6 and tab key. And we have unequal distances and both the values are distances. You don't need to specify angle for the second value. So I'll just maybe switch it back to symmetric. I just want a symmetric one here. And with that, I'll just click OK. And we have the very first chamfer of our drawing. Now, when you select an edge, only that edge is usually selected. But now I'll make some other kind of selections, and for that I'll go to chamfer. And here I will select maybe this one, this complete face. And yes, you can do that. You can not only do that for chamfer, but you can do the same kind of selection for fillets. So instead of selecting an edge, I'll select the face. Now selecting the face will just select all the edges connected to that face. Here I'll select distance chamfer, and in the chamfer distance I'll use a smaller value like maybe 2 units. There we have it. Now you can see the chamfer. I'm using a smaller value because of these edges. On these edges, well, a large chamfer cannot be applied. So with the 2-unit chamfer, this is what we are going to get. Now there is also another option, and that is this tangent propagation that we'll see. But before that, let's click OK, and that's the chamfer. Now I'll press Ctrl Z, and again I'll go to chamfer, and now tangent propagation is on. Let's deactivate that, and let's go to this edge. Here the chamfer will be applied from this endpoint to this. If you click OK, this will be the chamfer. If however you just press Ctrl Z to get back to the original one, select chamfer and then check this box, tangent propagation, and then select this, well, all the edges which are tangent to the selected one will be selected. That includes all the edges all the way up to this point. So all the tangent edges will be selected, and that's the tangent propagation. Once again, this option is also available in fillet, and it works in the exactly same way. So once again, if you want to apply this chamfer value, just click OK, and that's the chamfer. Now let's press Ctrl Z and look at this special condition which we discussed in fillet. Now if you want to retain this feature, or maybe if you want to delete this feature after adding the chamfer, then you have the option. So go to chamfer, select the edge right here, and I'll add distance here. So maybe I'll go to distance. I'll increase the distance to maybe 10 unit. All right, and with that distance, now this is all the way inside the chamfer. I'll go to chamfer options, and here we have the keep feature. So if I uncheck this, feature will be removed. If I check this, feature will be extended all the way up to the chamfer. So maybe I'll just keep this feature. And that's what we are going to get. It will extend the feature all the way up to the chamfer. However, if I uncheck the keep feature, it will just remove this feature completely. All right, let's again press Ctrl Z. And let's see what else we have. So I'll go to chamfer, and now we have this edge. And as expected, well, you need an edge. So here is the edge. I'll select that, and we have the basic edge chamfer with 3 distances here. Now the 3 distances can be changed from this palette, or you can change it from here as well. So maybe I'll change the first distance to 5, tab key, second one, let's make it maybe 12, third one I'll leave it at 10. And we have the 3 distances. So that's 5, that's 10, and that's 12. If I click OK, I'll get this chamfer. Now, the last 2 chamfers are also as the diagram suggests. So we have the offset face, and here you just need to select an edge. So once again, maybe I'll just select this edge. Now in this case also, it may look like the obvious first one, but in this case, instead of using the simple distance, it's using the offset distance from the edge. So that's what we are getting here. Now, here also we have an option called multi-distance chamfer. When you activate this and select multiple edges, for example, I've selected this, I'll now select this edge, maybe on this edge as well, and this one too. So we've got now 4 of these edges selected, and with multi-distance chamfer selected, you'll get distance parameter for all the 4 edges here. If you uncheck this, all the chamfer distances will be controlled by just one parameter, and every distance will be equal to this. Now finally, let's talk about this face chamfer. So maybe I'll just click OK, and that's the drawing. Now let's press Ctrl Z, and for the face chamfer you need to select the faces. So I'll go to chamfer, and here I'll select the faces, and actually we've added chamfers on a lot of these faces, so maybe this time I'll use, well, these 2 faces. All right, so here's the face, and you need to select the first face, then go to the second face and select the second face, and the chamfer will be added connecting these 2 faces. Once again, you have the option of selecting the radius here and also the type. So it is symmetrical. You can make it asymmetrical if you want to. So when you select asymmetrical, you can specify the distances for the first line and second line separately. So we have got the 6 unit distance and the 10 unit distance here. And if you want to reverse that, simply click on this box here and that will reverse it. So this is 6 and this one is 10 now. Once you are done with that, click OK, and that's our chamfer.